I don't know about you, but it's hard for me to believe that Ash Wednesday will be upon us. And once again, we begin our 40-day journey from ashes to Easter. It's very, very traditional to talk about a three-part approach to our practices during Lent: prayer, penance, and works of charity. I sometimes speak about it as adding on things and taking away things. My suggestion is that you spend some time over the next couple of days devising a reasonable plan for your Lenten journey using those three categories. First, prayer. How can you pray more intensely and consistently over the next 40 days? Is it possible for some of you to participate in Mass on a daily basis, or if not daily, a few times a week? Well, we have Mass every day at 8:30 in the morning. Some area churches are earlier than that. Some are at noon and some are in the evening. In addition to Masses, maybe you could dedicate a few minutes each day to Lenten prayer. As we have done many times in the past, we're making a booklet available, one to each family, that this year is written by the late Father Henri Nouwen. And each day it gives a brief meditation. And perhaps that is something that you might do. They'll be available at the doors of the church on your way out. And I noticed on the internet this week, several people suggested that we should take a calendar and write a name on each day of Lent. The name could be family members, other relatives, neighbors, friends, even people you don't get along with. And then each day, pray for the intentions of that person. We could pray for their health, their family, their happiness, their relationships, their special needs. Some of the people making this suggestion say that we should inform the person that we're praying for them that day. I'm not so sure about that. But if it works for you, try it. But I think it's a nice, novel idea. You don't have to post the calendar in a public place. Those of us who have iPhones can just put it in our calendar, or you can place it somewhere that you will see it every day as a call to prayer. In addition to prayer, there's penance. That's a form of taking away things. My suggestion is that you make this part reasonable and doable. Otherwise, we start off with these great intentions, and they kind of peter away. Our penance may not be eliminating sweets or food or drink, but eliminating gossiping or making judgment about others, or perhaps trying to eliminate that bad habit that you've had for years, always intend to address, but don't. Maybe this is the time to do it. Or finally, there is acts of charity. Almsgiving in the traditional terminology. That would take the form of adding on. Yes, it can be monetary donations, but that would be minimum. Much more precious is your time and attention to those in need. Maybe you have time to help out in the Wednesday food pantry or some time at the thrift shop. Maybe it's offering to help a neighbor or to be kind to someone in school. Lent is the annual invitation to be renewed, a time to look at our lives and see where change is needed. As Father Nouwen writes in his pamphlet, Lent is a time for returning to God. It's a time to confess how we keep looking for joy, peace, and satisfaction in the many people and things surrounding us without really finding what we desire. Lent is a time of refocusing, re-entering the place of truth, of reclaiming our true identity as beloved sons and daughters of God. Lent is the gift we are about to receive.